Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Brain Waves. Please make sure you double tap the screen when you come into the building. We got to talk about an important subject, okay? If you haven't seen the news, which it's everywhere, obviously, Charlie Kirk, he's no longer with us, okay? All the news and media outlets have been talking about it. A lot of content creators have been talking about it. And I want to talk about it. But what I want to talk to you about is how a particular content creator by the name of Nubreed Global Truth is using the opportunity of Charlie Kirk's death to take shots at white people, to take shots at MAGA. And he does this all while trying to defend black demons. You see, at a time where President Trump is sending the National Guard, as we seen to Los Angeles first and foremost, back with the whole migrant situation, and then DC, and now the talks of the timing of when the National Guard is going to hit Chicago, Chirac. Nubreed has been using this whole opportunity to take shots at MAGA, to say that anyone that has voted for Trump, anyone that has supported MAGA, what have you, that they're all evil, they're all demons. And essentially, since MAGA consists of predominantly white people, this guy is literally engaging in racism by taking shots at MAGA. But see, the irony of all of this is that when you look at his channel and you look at his content, he's got nothing but Trump videos up on his particular page. And when I say Trump videos, he's been eating good off of Trump. He's been making video after video in support of Trump, but now because it's popular to go against Trump, that's what a lot of people are doing. He's using that to take shots, okay? And in the process of doing that, he spread misinformation as it relates to the Charlie Kirk situation, okay? And then he also literally misused the Bible to justify it. And so people like this have to be talked about, because though it has been said that Charlie Kirk might have been a white supremacist, some people say he was, some people say he wasn't. There's a lot of news and media clip twisted things, especially as it relates to black people responding to Charlie Kirk and vice versa, him responding to them, and they're trying to twist things and make it look like he said something that he didn't. And I mean, listen, besides the point, okay? Besides the point, he's no longer with us. And regardless of whether you agree with someone's talking point, regardless of whether you agree whether someone is right or not, this is a man that's no longer with us. And whether that time or whether that person is considered a good man in your eyes, a righteous man, a just man in your eyes, or whether that man's considered a wicked man in your eyes, when someone loses their life over a situation like this isn't the time to drag somebody. You see, this is the wrong time to drag somebody. But this content creator by the name of Nubreed, again, used it to take shots at MAGA, take shots at Charlie himself, and he's done this with other white individuals such as Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne, for example. There's a lot of content on his channel where he's taking shots, and he was going in talking about Hulk Hogan. He's a racist. And this particular guy loves to try to find the few individuals that were either involved with situations that might have appeared to be racist, or maybe they actually was racist. But regardless, he's picking on those few isolated situations and trying to say that everybody that's white, everybody that's MAGA is a racist, that something's wrong with them. Okay, so what I want to show you is that one of the things that this guy did and said is that he said that the shooter was some older white guy that looked like Mr. Burns. That's what he said, okay? And we're going to get to all of that in a minute. But the actual so-called shooter, the person that they took in custody, has been released. That's right. It's been an update, and we're about to look at it, and we're about to pull it up on the screen. The so-called person that was taken into custody, that's right, has been released. So for him making all this content, trying to claim that that was the person and that white people need to get their affairs in order because it was white on white crime and you didn't see anybody black come in and shoot them, and Trump is trying to send the National Guard. First of all, Trump sending the National Guard in to get these black demon Edomites, like the Bible says, out of these cities, that's a whole separate situation, okay? And to try to tie this whole situation in together is just something that's blasphemy. Now, I want to show y'all an updated story because some of you may have heard and some of you may not have heard. All right. So what we're going to look at here, this is an updated story to the shooter that has been, or suspected shooter that was taken into custody, has been released. So I'm going to turn the music down and make sure you continue to double tap the screen when you come into the building. It allows other people to see what's going on. Let's listen to this.
So obviously new information coming in. I want to go now to Anna Schechter, senior producer for the CBS News Crime and Public Safety Unit. She's been following the latest information. Anna, what have we learned right now?
Well, we've just learned that police did take a man into custody, but actually he's been released at this point. So very fluid situation. Unclear at this time if they have caught the person who fired that shot, if that suspect is potentially still at large. The campus is essentially trying to clear itself out. They have police going room to room to try to clear people away from the area. But we reported earlier, we had multiple sources who told us a man was in custody. There is video of that our own confirmed team has cleared, and that individual has now been released. So still very fluid situation. Unclear exactly who the suspect is and the motive. We still do not have either of those at this time. But the latest information is that the person who was taken into custody has now been released.
Yeah, let's touch on that, Anna, because we were saying let's not be quick to talk about what a motive may be, and obviously let's not be quick to talk about who the gunman may be. And
before I could continue to play, this particular content creator was very quick to talk about who the gunman actually was and what the motive was, and put out a series of videos. In fact, let me go ahead and just get this on the screen just so we can continue the news reporting. Okay, this content creator has put out multiple videos talking about why Charlie Kirk was blood sacrificed by his own people. I mean, this is one of the dumbest things I have actually heard as a title. As a matter of fact, this was done just an hour ago. Also had a video saying that suspected white supremacist Charlie Kirk popped in the neck dead at 31. Okay, and we're going to listen to just a little bit of that video. We're not going to play the whole thing because it's an hour and 21 minutes. I'm not doing that, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to react to certain parts of it because there's content creators on here that are spreading misinformation. And we got to hold them accountable. We got to report what's actually taking place, what's actually happening, and that's what we're showing. So he made a bunch of content trying to come up with a narrative that's not even true. You see? Also that he can push a racist agenda. Listen, this has nothing to do with racism. I mean, you would think that the way that this guy is speaking, that it was a black shooter. And I'm not saying that it's not a black shooter because there's a small possibility of that, but we don't know who the shooter is. So I tell you, man, this is crazy. But anyway, let me get the video back up on the screen that we was watching. We'll get back to that, and then we'll go ahead and continue, okay? All right, let's go.
And so in this particular case, they did make an arrest. Was this person armed, and do we know why they jumped to that conclusion to arrest that person and now release them? I know information's coming in quickly.
It's coming in, and we do have some information about the specific individual who was arrested, but we're not ready to report that. But there are people in the community who are known to law enforcement who show up at various political events. It appears that that might have been the case with respect to this initial arrest. We do not have any information at this time from law enforcement, local or federal, about pinpointing the suspect and letting us know that the person who fired that shot is in fact in custody right now as we're talking.
Yeah, obviously they have a list of people who are potential suspects in a crowd and notes of interest type thing. So then what does that mean for the crowd now in terms of clearing the area, securing a crime scene, and now looking for a potential active shooter?
So I want to update people that are just now joining the building. Make sure you double tap the screen when you come in. We have Chris W in the building. He says the shooter was in his 50s and 60s in custody, a white male. That is not true, Chris. There has been some updated information, and that's why I'm showing this. That so-called suspect that they thought was the shooter has been released. All right. So for everyone thinking it is the older white guy, what have you, that's not the shooter. That person has been released. The police are actually looking for the shooter. That individual, that older white guy, was arrested. However, that person has been released. Okay, that's the official update. That is the update in the last hour. So for the past couple of hours, everybody thought that they got the shooter. They thought it was done. No, that person that was arrested, that older white male in his 50s or 60s, has been released. He is not the shooter. He is not the shooter. So I want to clear this up for anybody thinking, oh, they already got the shooter. What are you talking about? This is breaking news, and this is updated. And this is why content creators have to be very careful with reporting misinformation. See, I saw what was going on when the news broke, but a lot of times I sit back and wait because I know when it comes to situations like this, it continues to unfold and it continues to develop. Now, as of this moment at 10:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we don't know who the suspect is. The police say they have several suspects in mind, but they don't know who the actual shooter is. They believe it's someone that was there in the crowd, but again, that person has not been arrested. That person has not been confirmed. And this story is unfolding, and there's a lot more that's going to come out to this. So there will be a part 2 to this and a part 3. But I just want to kind of clear that up because Chris W brought up a point, and I think a lot of people think they know all the details. And this is why that content creator Nubreed, Global Truth, needs to think twice before opening his mouth, because he just made a fool of himself on a large platform. And then the nerve of him to try to justify certain talking points, which we're going to get into. Listen, if you're white, when you hear what he's got to say, it's going to piss you off. Potentially. It's going to piss you off. You're going to be like, that guy don't know what he's talking about. If you're a MAGA supporter, it's also going to make you feel some type of way. And if you voted for President Trump and you are in support of him sending the National Guard in to these cities like DC, previously LA with the migrant situation. I know LA's also on the list. Right now, Chicago, Chirac is the main city that is, we're just waiting for a win. It's not if, it's a win. It's gonna, to tie all that in and relate this to Charlie Kirk, which is absolutely crazy, man. And like I said, whether you're in support of Charlie Kirk or you're against Charlie Kirk, the man is dead. No one deserves to die for their opinions. I get it. You don't agree with their opinions. You might think this, you might think that, but no one deserves to die a senseless death over something like that. And then you leave behind children. You leave behind a spouse. Like, you leave behind people grieving over senseless. And that is nothing to laugh at, because the Bible says you reap what you sow. So if you laugh at somebody, even if you don't agree with that person, the Bible actually even tells you to pray for your enemies. So why would you laugh and rejoice at somebody that you don't agree with, for those that don't agree with Charlie Kirk? Now, if you agree with Charlie Kirk, I mean, this hurts even that much more. But let me go ahead and finish this article. We're going to get into some more video footage. We're going to actually see what that guy says, but I want to get this information out to you all now because a lot of people don't know this is breaking news. So let's continue.
That's right. They are going to be analyzing that video to try to determine exactly the point from where the shot was fired. This video that we're looking at right now, you can see, and investigators can take a look at the angle and do an analysis. There are people who are highly trained and have a lot of experience doing this, and they're going to try to case the location where they believe that shot was fired from. There's a forensic team that is already on that. Now we're a couple of hours after, so there's been some time for law enforcement to get on scene. Of course, initially the first order of business was to try to clear the area, get everyone to safety. Campus is closed. Classes are canceled. Security and law enforcement are going to various classrooms and other places where students gather to try to safely get them away from the area at this time. We have not been alerted that it is all clear. We have not gotten any information that the threat is neutralized at this point.
All right, Anna Schechter. Anna, thank you so much. We'll come back to you.
This is crazy, y'all. So the shooter is still loose, and we don't know who the shooter is. Stephen Leiden says, and shout out to everybody that's new in the building. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming here, sharing your points, your perspectives. Thank you for rocking out. It's something that I like to go back and look at when I'm done with the live stream, because obviously the chat is just moving so quickly and it's very hard for me to keep up with it. Stephen Leiden made an excellent point. Says he died, talking about Charlie Kirk, he died for speaking the First Amendment. That's not right. Wow. And I have to agree with that. Listen, y'all, again, whether you agree with somebody or you don't agree with them, we should have a right to have our opinions. We should have our rights to be able to speak what we speak. Again, whether you like it or not, whether you agree with it or not, that is our right. That is our God-given right at that, especially in this country. There are other countries around the world, you can't speak your opinions. You have to follow whatever the leadership says of that particular nation. Here in America, we have the freedom to be able to share our opinions. This man did not deserve to just die that way, right? We don't know who the shooter is. Hopefully they find the shooter. Hopefully the shooter will still be alive. Again, we don't know the full details. This is still unfolding. But what's very wrong is to kick somebody when they go through. And the reason why I want to talk about this particular content creator, I have a lot of people, man, shout out to everybody that's white in the building. I don't care where you are from around the world. Listen, on my platform, I rock with everybody. Do you understand? This is not a biased platform. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. So regardless of your race, regardless of your ethnicity, if something is wrong, we going in. If something is right, we going in. And this situation is not right. Okay. This is bad, because what this means is that the more people decide to speak out, then let's just say, for example, it could even be me. Say me being a content creator on my platform, and people that don't agree with what I have to say, y'all don't agree with my talking points, right? Does that mean that I should be unalive for my talking points? No. Does it mean that another content creator should be unalive for theirs? No. And we're talking about talking points that are not causing a imminent threat. You see what I'm saying? I can see if someone's making an imminent threat, causing an imminent threat, having things result to an imminent threat where we would have to get in, and that's a threat to our democracy. It's a threat to domestic affairs or foreign affairs, situations like that. Okay, then we got to defend the nation. Then we got to step in. But that's not what Charlie did. You understand? And I don't even rock with Charlie. I mean, I like, it is what it is. I don't follow this man. I didn't follow this guy. I didn't rock with him. But again, What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And you got content creators that are using the death of somebody that they don't agree with to try to weaponize a race war. You understand? This is bad. And I got to kind of show y'all what I'm talking about. So this content creator has put out videos such as these. Okay, these 2 videos, and trying to say that this was a blood sacrifice. Now, for those of you that have heard the conspiracy theories, heard the whole Illuminati, you know, you got to sell your soul, do all this stuff. Now, selling your soul and doing a lot of that stuff is real. Okay. I really don't want to get too deep into it, but that is a real element in society. All right. People do those type of things. This is a Bible believing channel. So if you believe in God, you got to believe in the devil, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I know people here, I could have atheists here, I could have Satanists here, I could have Buddhists here, I could have all walks of life, right? I'm just letting y'all know where I stand, right? And Charlie also believed in the Bible, you know, and I find it ironic that this content creator seems to insult anybody that's white that has some belief in the Bible. Isn't that crazy? All these, from Hulk Hogan is white. He believed in the Bible, but he harped on the whole racist thing. Even though Hulk Hogan took accountability for it, he repented, he made good, et cetera, et cetera. He lived his life. His life was good. They dragged him. This content creator dragged him. Same thing when it came to Ozzy Osbourne. We're talking about these people are iconic people. These people are people that we will most likely never have again in our lives. Meaning not the people themselves, but people like them. You see what I'm saying? We'll never have another Hulk Hogan. We'll never have another Ozzy Osbourne. You get what I'm saying? When Ozzy Osbourne died, this same content creator tried to weaponize his audience and weaponize his platform to drag Ozzy Osbourne and say, well, you know, he was the Prince of Darkness, and now he met the King of Darkness. But Ozzy Osbourne changed his ways. He changed his lyrics. He changed his life. He was a lot older. He confessed having, you know, his life with God. Shout out to another awesome content creator that's in the building. And make sure y'all support this content creator. We have Ringo TV Reactions in the building. He said Charlie was a Christian. This is my point, said and taken. This content creator also bashes you if you're a Christian. So if you are a Christian, if that's what your faith is, he bashes you. He'll criticize you and say you're not walking with God. You're not walking with the Most High. Come on now. I mean, there was a time when I was a Christian. I still believe in the Bible, but I'm not in that actual religion. So what I'm trying to say is that regardless, this guy takes a lot to take shots at anybody that's white that may have said some things that he don't agree with, and he tries to weaponize it to incite violence. And this is what y'all about to see and what y'all about to hear. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this on here. He wants black people to get pissed off at anybody that's white and anybody that's MAGA, anybody that supports Trump or what Trump is doing, anybody that rock with Charlie. Yeah, he'll want people to be pissed off at you. This is not right, man. This is not right. So let me go ahead and get. Let me get. Oh, and also I want to get President Trump's reaction. Let me get President Trump's reaction on here with what happened. Let me play this first, and then we'll get into that demons video. Let's go.
All right, everyone, you are watching live now from Fox. Again, we appreciate everyone continuing to join us during this breaking news of Charlie Kirk, dead at the age of 31, shot and killed at a rally in Utah. And now we are learning that the suspect, well, there is no suspect right now under custody because the police says they had someone detained. They were questioning that person, but that person has now been released. So,
Nubreed, you need to correct your content. You spoke too soon. Okay. And for those of you that are new to my platform, I have plenty of videos about this guy. You can also find videos about this guy on Ringo TV Reactions. Some of y'all like, okay, why is Brainwaves talking about Nubreed? What does Nubreed Global Truth have to do with this particular content? Oh, he has a lot to do with it. Because he's the reason why, if you're white A lot of black folks may not like you. Or again, if you're a MAGA supporter, they might not like you. Or if you're a Trump supporter, they're not going to like you. Or if you're a Christian, they're not going to like you. If your faith is Catholic or what have you, they're not going to like you. Okay? I want to speak to this comment real quick and I'll continue to play. There is no shooter suspect in custody at this time. But that demon content creator went on to say that, oh, we got the shooter and he was white and white people are having issues against each other. Listen, y'all, we have issues across the entire world. Every ethnicity, every country has their set of issues. This is a no-brainer. I mean, this guy's trying to make it seem like we don't have crime, we don't have issues, we don't have things, we don't have people that's on demon time in all races and all ethnicities. We absolutely do. Shouldn't take rocket science to figure that out. However, to try to tie things into creating hate, and this guy claims that he is a Bible believer. This is the part that's bad. This Nubreed content creator says that he believes in the Bible, but yet he's trying to create hate. This is a time when someone dies, when we lose a polarizing figure in society, let alone anyone. This is something that has everyone's attention. All the news and media is talking about it. Social media is talking about it. It has all of our attention. So this is something that we have to look at and reevaluate. We got to really look at and reevaluate things. Security. We got to reevaluate how we going about stuff, how we approach stuff. I mean, there's a lot that's going on here. I want to read this comment and then I'll continue to play the video. And again, thank you for everyone that is joining. Continue to share your comments. When I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to go back and look at all of your comments. So continue to rock out and continue to, share what you're all are sharing. I appreciate the conversations going on. We have Ringo TV Reactions, which is another fellow content creator. Says that Nubreed claiming Charlie was blood sacrifice makes no sense. That would mean Charlie was speaking truth and someone wanted him gone. Nubreed has no sources with the facts that he was blood sacrifice. Okay. Exactly. And then to go on, and we'll play the video, he goes on to say Nubreed lied and accused the white old guy of killing Kirk, and it has been proven to be false information. And this is what I'm saying. That is false information, right? To anyone that believes we have a suspect, we have the shooter in custody, that is false information. There was someone that was detained. Some people might say arrested. That person was questioned, as you have heard twice from two different news sources. We have CBS and we got Fox News, both, and all the news outlets. If you go look it up, all the news, CNN is reporting this. All the big outlets are saying there is no shooter suspect in custody. So this content creator went on to say that, oh, it was some old white guy that shot Charlie, and they got white on white crime, and us black folks ain't doing it. Why Trump trying to send the National Guard to Chicago? He's trying to weaponize and find reasons to take shots at anybody that's white. And this guy need to be canceled for that, because he's inciting violence, he's inciting war, he's inciting a lot of things. Okay. Listen, it says if it turns out the shooter was black, he will lose thousands of subscribers. And that's true. Y'all, I want to say this before I play the video. What if the shooter actually is somebody black? What if the shooter is actually somebody black, y'all? You never know. We don't know who the shooter is. We thought it was the older white guy in his 50s or 60s or what have you. That's not the shooter. So what if the shooter actually is somebody black, and this content creator went on to say, oh, white people, they got issues and they need to go fix their issues. Why did Trump trying to send the National Guard and all of this stuff? What if that comes out? Y'all best believe I'm going to be making a video, and you're going to see Ringo TV Reactions make a video. So anyway, let's go, man. Let's go ahead and play this.
That is the new information that we have. It's been a back and forth between the FBI, the local police officials there on the ground, and we are still waiting for more of a clear direction from this investigation. But this was the moments just a little bit ago, and the governor as well as the police giving their update and saying at the time that they did have someone detained, but unfortunately Unfortunately, that is not true anymore. That person has now been released. So we'll keep an eye on this for you right here on.
And just to know, also breaking news earlier today, there was a school shooting in Colorado. So that's why this person has said, Fantastic says, as a Colorado resident, please think of our kids. Okay. And while we're on this subject, we got bigger issues on here. There's a lot of shootings. You know, we had the shooting at the Catholic school. There had been other shootings. There have been shootings here. I'm in Atlanta. There's been shootings here in Georgia at different schools, like students with guns. There's a lot that's going on. Okay. And this is a time when our nation has to focus on what's going on. And then this demon content creator by the name of Nubreed, Global Truth, he's trying to actually create more violence. And this is the reason why things get spun out of control, because it's misinformation and then people are inciting violence. The last thing we need to do is incite violence. Listen, the climate is already hot enough. It's already crazy enough. Okay? I'm gonna continue to play this video, man.
Live now from Fox. All right, moving on. I want to take you now out to the White House because we are getting word that we have some video now of President Trump with a recorded statement on the passing of Charlie Kirk. Let's listen in.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and
let me comment on this real quick. I try to get people's comments added into the show. We got Jason Gay says, who cares? We still have black fatigue. And you know what, Jason? You want to know why we have black fatigue? It's because of demon content creators like Nubreed Global Lies. Okay, if you go to this channel, it's gonna say Nubreed Global Truth. But from here on out, we're gonna call him Nubreed Global Lies or Nubreed Demon Lies, because he's the reason why we have black fatigue. Y'all understand? This is why these issues are going on, because of content creators like him. And these people need to be exposed, right? This is crazy. But anyway, let's go.
anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year.
Did you hear what President Trump said? I got to park it for a second there. This is the problem that we got. And the reason why I'm talking about this content creator is because he's demonizing Charlie Kirk, just like he demonized Hulk Hogan and demonized Ozzy Osbourne. He demonizes anybody that's white, and he demonizes anyone who disagrees with him. He's even demonized me, and I'm black. He's demonized other content creators that are also black. Anyone that disagrees with him, he demonizes them. And these are the demons that's destroying our country. You see, this is what President Trump, he already know what time it is. You see what I'm saying? He's literally speaking to what I'm talking about. Why would you take an opportunity at a man's death or a woman's death or a child's death? Because again, there's been a shooting in Colorado today. And like I said, I work for public safety in the school system. So I know about shootings, I know about guns, I know about all of this stuff. I deal with stuff on a daily. It's off the chain a lot of times in the school system. Y'all have no idea. I mean, some of y'all may not, but I'm telling you, it's a lot going on. And this is not a time to capitalize and try to weaponize somebody's death and turn it into a situation. See, this is why they're in the wrong. Like, who kicks somebody while they're down? This is exactly what President Trump is talking about. I'm gonna run it back just a tad bit on that part.
Into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. Kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today.
Do you hear what President Trump just said? He said it's precisely that rhetoric is why Charlie Kirk is no longer with us. Because you get people that will demonize somebody, create lies about somebody, spread misinformation, okay? And when they do that, that creates people to respond in kind. And that's exactly what this Nubreed Demon Lies content creator has done, okay? And is doing. And it's not the first time around. He is literally a threat to society. He's a threat to the community here on YouTube. He's a threat to the actual community. He's a threat to the country, okay? This is not the first time. Check my videos out on this guy. For those of you like, who is this Nubreed guy? All you got to do is take a look at the videos on my channel. Ringo TV Reactions is another excellent content creator. He's here in the chat. You can take a look at the videos he has on this guy. There's quite a few people that have exposed and broken things down on this particular guy, okay? And just like President Trump just said, because of the misinformation and the rhetoric, this is what we're dealing with now. Now we're dealing with the aftermath of Charlie Kirk dying. Like, for example, if we allow this to continue, if we stand for this, who's going to be next? What is it going to take? And so this is why I'm speaking out against these content creators like that. And this one in particular is extremely dangerous and extremely violent and incites that type of anger and rage towards other content creators as well as people. Again, if you're white, Nubreed Global Truth does not like you. Do you understand? Especially if you're white and you're Christian, he don't like you. If you're white and you're a MAGA supporter, he don't like you. If you're white and you voted for Trump, you know, you're down with Trump, whatever he's doing, you agree with his policies and et cetera, he don't like you. Let me make this clear. And not only does he not like you, he's spreading misinformation and trying to weaponize anybody that's black, that's foundational black American. Y'all can Google these terms. You can look up these terms. You can check it out here on YouTube. He's trying to weaponize them to attack you. So get this straight. You walking down the street, somebody might crash out on you just because you're white and just because you're MAGA and just because you rock with Charlie Kirk. Maybe they hear you, man, yeah, I was a long time Charlie Kirk supporter. I'll subscribe to his channel. I did this. And then this guy will have black folks or other folks even for that coming out on you, crashing out on you for no reason. You're like, what the hell's going on? That's why I'm speaking out and using this content creator as an example. Let me run that back what Trump said.
Are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country.
Did you hear what Trump just said? Yo, Trump said anyone who brings order to this country. Well, let me let you all know what I do on social media, and I welcome all of you. Thank you for everyone that's coming into the live chat, okay? I have a lot of new people that's here in the live chat, and I appreciate y'all, okay? And listen, y'all got to stop tying this into the Colorado shooting. I know about the Colorado shooting. I work for public safety in the school system. I'm aware of these school shootings. And as a matter of fact, it's been other shootings. And I've covered the Catholic school shooting. Okay. And I will also cover the Colorado shooting. I just have not had time. Listen, that's a separate issue. I am going to talk about it. I am going to address it. But right now, the topic of this show is about Charlie Kirk, and about how this demon content creator by the name of Nubreed Global Truth is trying to incite violence. And what we're doing, wow, look at something, a point I got to bring up. I'm going to refer to this. And what this content creator is doing is being a threat to our society. And what I do on social media, I expose content creators like that. And I talk about current situations. That's what I do. I expose truth. So with this being said, I bring order to the community here on YouTube. I'm known in the YouTube community to bring order. This is why I speak about these issues. And Trump said, he's talking about everybody's bringing order. So listen, if you on demon time and you bringing chaos, listen, Trump is coming. Y'all got to understand what time it is, man. Y'all got to understand what time it is. This is not a game. This is not a joke. Ringo TV Reaction says, he tells me, did I know that Nubreed said Myron Gaines of Fresh and Fit is the next to die? He wished death on other YouTubers. Man, that is crazy. I didn't even know that. Do you see what I'm saying? This content creator is a threat to society. Y'all got to understand, there's a difference between voicing your opinion and literally being a threat to society. This guy named Nubreed Global Truth needs to be shut down. He is a threat to society, and he has made numerous threats. And his current threat is against Trump, against the Trump administration, against the National Guard. He's pissed off. He wants to protect those black demon Edomites that were in DC. You notice how DC is chill now. The streets of DC, the people in DC, everybody's like, hey, DC's good. Chirac is next. They're coming for Chicago. And the only people that's popping off are the people that are Democrat. You got the Democratic leadership in Chicago trying to play politics. You see what I'm saying? This is crazy. And listen, some of y'all are just on demon time. It's just clear. It's just really clear. But anyway, let's continue, man. Let's continue.
From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory, May God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Man, it's crazy, bruh.
Ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory. May God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
See, this is what it is. It's about bringing God, and these are traditional values, man, because it allows people to be free. Okay, now here's what I want to actually talk about. Again, I want to stress this before I get into the next video. Whether you agree with Charlie Kirk, I know there's people in the chat that say F Charlie Kirk. I don't rock with Charlie Kirk. I don't like Charlie Kirk. I don't want to see anything with Charlie Kirk. I can't stand the man. I can't stand what he says. I get it. You have a freedom of voice to be able to say what you agree with or disagree with, right? Whether you rock with him or not. The point is, for those of you that don't agree with Charlie Kirk, is that a reason for you to be unalive? No, it's not. That makes no sense just because you disagree with Charlie Kirk and what he stood for you to be unalive. So that leads me to what I'm saying here. Does it mean that Charlie Kirk deserved to be unalive just because you don't agree with what he said? That's not right. We're in a sad day where we unalive people just because you don't agree with what they said. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Now, what I want to show you is what this content creator in the title has actually said. Because when you hear what this content creator said, y'all gonna be like, man, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Okay, so again, this is his channel. I just kind of want this information up here so y'all can see. I'll try to zoom in a little bit, but that's the content creator. This is the channel. And we're gonna listen to what is being said. Okay, let's go, man.
Oh man, we got some breaking news. Charlie Kirk, he just took one in the neck. He was at some rally and he happened to be speaking about gang violence when all of a sudden a bullet struck his neck. And it looked like he was hit with a hollow point, a hollow tip. I mean, the bullet damn near knocked his head off, y'all. It damn near knocked his head off. I mean, he pretty much got decapitated. Right now, the news is saying pray for Charlie, but I don't think he survived that. I seen the video. Now, for those who are unaware who Charlie Kirk is, he's a suspected white supremacist who has been very vocal in the right-wing community. He has been on multiple podcasts, shows. He has his own series, his own show rather. A very popular pundit. He has over 5 million followers. He was at some rally and he got hit with a bullet that almost decapitated him. I seen the video live, and I'm looking at this like, man, it's going down out here. And he was a very, very strong voice for the right-wing conservatives. He's the one who pretty much pushed Make America Great Again. So what this means for the movement, for their movement rather, we don't know, but this is a big deal. This is a huge story. This is going to be all over the news. You got this conservative activist, Charlie Kirk, hitting Utah. And I'm going to cover the news on this, y'all. It is crazy right now.
So I want to respond to this comment. We have Partner in Crime 2002. Welcome to my show. Thank you for being here. And thank you for sharing your opinions. Partner in Crime 2002 says, did he seriously call him a white supremacy? What the? This is the point that I'm talking about. Like, this guy is starting out, well, you know, Charlie was a white supremacist. I mean, well, I'm not saying, and what he does is he'll say stuff and then he backpedals. There's a lot of backpedaling with this content creator. He'll say something and then try to dial it back so that he don't catch criticism. But when you said it, you said it. When you put it out there, it's out there. There ain't no backpedaling at that point. It's out there. So you see where he's going. We got what's this? 777 logos. Yeah, this guy's speaking foolish. And y'all just wait, man. Y'all gonna hear a lot more. Let's go.
And guess what? Some old Mr. Burns looking white man is the one who pulled the trigger.
Now, he said that a guy looked like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. But you know what? That guy did not pull the trigger. He was going around saying that guy pulled the trigger. That guy did it. No, it was misinformation. That guy has been released. That guy did not pull the trigger. You see, someone else pulled the trigger. And this guy went live and made another video. Remember, let me show you this real quick. This guy went live and did another video not too long ago. And that information was out when he went live. Did he stand corrected? No, this guy didn't stand corrected. He didn't stand corrected. So wait till y'all hear what he has to say. And again, if you are white, if you're a MAGA supporter, if you're a Charlie Kirk supporter, etc., if you are a Trump supporter, this guy is using this situation, using Charlie's death to take shots at you and to piss off other folks, especially these racist black folks. Because, you know, you got racism on both sides. You got racist white folks. You got racist every ethnicity. But he's trying to piss off the racist black folks that don't like white folks, don't like y'all. You see what I'm saying? Being racist to y'all and using this to take shots. And it's like what President Trump said. This is the reason why the gun hit Charlie. Somebody decided to bring a gun and try to hit Charlie because of the same misinformation. Let's go, man.
That's right. These people are blanking out on their own people. Yeah, listen, this wasn't no gangs. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go in on this particular broadcast. I'm going to go in on this broadcast because this should be a lesson to middle America that y'all got to get y'all ish together, man. Y'all got to get it together. Y'all too busy focusing on persecuting Black America. Meanwhile, y'all have an issue with these lone white shooters who are going out here crashing out, and y'all were taken out by one of your own. And I'm saying he's taken out because I doubt highly that he survived that shot. If he survived that shot, that's a clone.
Now, you have this guy saying that for everybody that's white, y'all got to work on your own issues. This is what he's saying. Well, you know, you're white, so, you know, white people got to work on their issues. Dude, this is not why you got to turn everything into race. See, this is what I'm saying. When people turn everything into race, what does race have to do with it? As it currently stands, ain't nobody black involved. So why is he trying to bring black people and black issues? And what does this have to do with anything? Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see where he's going? Y'all see what's up? This is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. Anyway, let's go.
If he survived that, he's been cloned. But they would clone someone like him because he's that important to their movement. Like I said, I got the video. Yo, bro. It's ugly. It's ugly. It's literally like something cut his head off, bro. I seen it. I don't know if y'all ever seen Faces of Death, but it looked like something off of Faces of Death, bro. It really do. No, that thing was not staged. I got the video. I can't play the video on YouTube, but I got the video, bro. He got hit with that bullet, bro. He looked like he was DOA. They're not saying what happened. I think he's already done. Yet the way his neck was pumping out that blood, yeah, he got smashed. He got taken out the game, bro. Ain't no way he survived that. But here's the news, breaking news.
Tweeted.
that organization was for Trump's election. He has praised him repeatedly for all the help he has given. And
this guy was for Trump's election. This guy had a lot to do with Trump getting elected, y'all. He was pushing the whole MAGA thing.
What does Trump's election and MAGA got to do with Charlie King being shot and killed? There are a lot of people that pushed Trump and voted for Trump. While this guy talking about that, we forgot, for example, Elon Musk. He put his money, he put his power behind Trump. And I know Elon Musk did the Nazi salute. I know the talk and all that stuff. But does it mean that Elon Musk needs to be unalive? No. Doesn't mean you have to agree with it. Doesn't mean you have to like it. Doesn't mean you have to support it. But does it mean that someone has to be unalive? No. This guy's making it seem like it's a problem because you vote for Trump or you supported Trump. Don't get mad because when it comes to a lot of white folks, you all actually get involved and you support, you put your money where your mouth is and you stand behind the candidates that you believe in. When it comes to a lot of people in the black community, we don't do that. It is what it is, man. These are tough conversations, but it's facts. Some of us do, but the majority of us don't. Majority of us don't even come out and vote. This is the irony of it. The majority of us don't even organize and come out to vote. People like, I ain't voting. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm telling you, man, this is a whole nother conversation. What does this have to do with Charlie's death?
You know, so influential in the broader conservative movement, but also very directly important for Donald Trump being here in the White House.
Also one of the youngest speakers at the 2016 Republican National Convention, the opening speaker at the 2020 RNC, a father of 2 children under the age of 5. If you are just tuning in, we are talking about conservative activist and podcaster Charlie Kirk. We have gotten word that he has been shot during an event. He was taking place at Utah Valley University, the founder of Turning Point USA.
Guess what his last words were? And I'm saying his last words because ain't no way that man lived through that. I wanted to change the title, but it haven't been announced. He definitely got hit in the main artery, bro. That hit him, bro. It took him out. So I'm going to already say in my stream, he's gone. Charlie Kirk is gone. But I'm going to say this. Look, his last words, y'all want to know what his last words are? Charlie Kirk's last words were gang violence. His last words were gang violence.
Listen, this guy's trying to make it and twist something and just say, well, you know, Charlie Kirk's last words was gang violence. He was giving a speech at a college and he got assassinated. He got taken out. It's not like he planned what his last words are going to be. This demon is trying to make it sound like, well, you know, Charlie was talking about gang violence and you know how Trump feels about the gang violence and you know what they're doing with sending in the National Guard. Listen, it wasn't Charlie's fault that the person decided to pull the trigger and take him out while he was speaking about that. But we clearly see that content creators like you got an issue with the National Guard coming through to pick up you black demon Edomites. Listen, we all know in certain urban areas, certain cities, certain states, the concentration of the issues. Okay, and we got to deal with the issues. We got to deal with the issues. Listen, if we were policing our own communities, the police wouldn't need to come in. The National Guard wouldn't need to come in, but we not policing our communities. You got the black folks in those communities are gang violence. It's crazy, man. But anyway, it's content creators like this guy, Nubreed, that incites more violence towards content creators like myself who actually speak out against what he's doing and stand up for fairness and stand up for what's right, as well as the actual political figures or whoever might be a celebrity or well-known. I mean, this is crazy, man. Anyway, let's go.
Bruh, that was the last thing that came out of his mouth. Gang violence. And then he got popped by a Mr. Burns looking white man. Wait till I show you the cat that did the shooting, bro.
That
And
guy
see,
didn't
this
do
is
the
what I'm
shooting.
talking about, middle America. This is what I'm talking about right here. Y'all too worried about our people when y'all turning in on each other.
Do you see what he said? So if you're white, he's telling you that by you being in support of what Charlie said, what Trump is doing, et cetera, what MAGA's doing, y'all are too worried about sending the National Guard into the so-called hood, sending the National Guard to the so-called block. Y'all too worried about that. That's what he's saying. Well, y'all need to focus on white issues. This is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. This guy's trying to incite violence. This is the same incited violence that got Charlie shot today. Let's go.
Yeah, the way that blood gushed out, oh man, he's done. He's toast. See, this is the thing. Y'all can get out here and keep coming with these racist talking points. Y'all can keep on doing that. Y'all can keep on saying these, pushing this ideology that your forefathers pushed.
You hear this?
You can keep on pushing this prejudice, racist nonsense, this garbage that y'all push. But guess what? Your life ain't promised either. That just goes to show you at any given moment, y'all can get sent to the abyss. Because
he's saying it's like he can't get sent to the abyss. Appreciate that, Jim Porter. Says, I'm a stand-up guy. Keep letting people know what's going on. Keep up the good fight. Appreciate you, fam, man. Appreciate that, Jim Porter. Listen, the way that this guy is speaking, he's speaking like he can't get done up. Listen, anybody can get done up. I can get done up. You can get done up. Anybody can get done up. This is why we're talking about this issue. To see that even Charlie Kirk getting done up, that means that anybody can get done. We saw President Trump. It was 2 attempts on his life. Y'all remember? So anybody can get done up. This guy sent up in all this pride like he can't get done up. He's actually advocating this type of violence. He's advocating this type of situation like it's okay because another white person got taken out. Yeah, we want to get rid of all the white people that's getting taken out. That's racism. That's discrimination. That's coming from a place of rage. That's coming from a place of hate. That means this content creator called Nubreed Global Truth hates white people. He hates that white people have the privilege and he doesn't. But yet the Bible says back in Deuteronomy that God, he actually hates God while claiming that he believes in God, claiming that he's a biblical Israelite. He hates God because he goes around and doesn't read the Bible and actually understand that God gave white people the power to put us in our place because we were in sin. And this is the same sin that we're in when you look at cities like DC. You look at obviously LA. Now what's next on the radar, which is Chirac, Chicago. For those of you who don't know what Chirac, similar to Iraq. You understand? We still on demon time. That ain't me. Them ain't my people. Listen, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Just because they black don't mean I rock with them. I come from the biblical line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I come from that Abraham line. These black devil Edomites, look it up. It's literally a term. Edomites. These black demon Edomites in the hoods, these gangs, these thugs, they on demon time. They're the seed of Cain. They come from that line. And President Trump know what it is. So he gonna send the National Guard to deal with it accordingly. And he's mad because Charlie Kirk was speaking on these issues. And he's like, aha, that's what you get. This content creator is like, that's what you get, Charlie. You deserve to get popped because you was talking about this gang violence. This is a real issue in our communities. These are real issues. Come on, man. Anyway, let's go.
Whoever, listen, that white man who pulled that trigger, he sent him into the shadow kingdom. He sent them into the, I'm telling you, he sent you to the spiritual realm. Charlie Kirk is in the spiritual realm right now. He sent them right to the abyss, right to hell. Because why? Those racist talking points.
So you hear what he said? He's literally calling Charlie Kirk a racist. He said racist talking points. Do you understand? This guy himself has racist talking points. Again, if you're white, you got to understand this. If you're white, he don't like you, meaning Nubreed. He weaponizes his large platform to string hate. He doesn't want us as, listen, I cover any story. I don't care if it's a white story, black story, green story, yellow story. If it's something in the news, if it's something happening in the community, I'm going to cover it. Okay? And I'm sorry, man. I ain't got no issue with white folks. Are there racist white people? Absolutely. I'm not stupid. I know I've dealt with racism from white people, but you know what's funny? I've been dealing with more racism from these black demons like Nubreed than I actually deal with white people. Ain't that some ish? Ain't that some ish? Why is it that me being black, I deal with more racism and discrimination against this like content creators like Nubreed Global Truth? I'm just trying to cover the news. I'm talking about issues in our community. White people, black people, green people, yellow people, orange people, purple people, whatever color people live in our community. And I care about the issues in our community. You understand? Crucify me to the cross because I care about all people, not just black people. I care about white people too. I care about Indians, Asians, Hispanic. You can go down the list. Crucify me to the cross because I care about other people. Come on now. I ain't racist. I don't discriminate. This is crazy. This is a community issue. This is an American issue that we're dealing with. And it's that precise thing. He's like, Charlie's a racist. That guy probably called me a racist. He's called me other things. He's called other people other things. And it's this type of violence that spreads around on social media. And then our children watch these type of videos. And you wonder why some of your kids shift and some of your kids change. Because they be watching content creators like this. You wonder why certain people's behavior shifts. Man, this is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Man, I appreciate you too, Dane. Dane, listen, man. Dane, you get it. Man, man, listen, shout out to y'all, man. It's crazy, man. I'm glad that y'all get it. I'm glad that y'all understand. Anyway, let me just play some more of this real quick.
Because there's people who really hate this man. He go on these college campuses. He recruit more racists. See this, y'all gotta understand. White supremacy has caused so much pain to the world. White supremacy has caused so much pain to everyone that even their own people out here trying to wipe them out. They tried to clap Trump too. There wasn't black gang members trying to clap Trump. There wasn't gang members trying to clap Charlie Kirk.
Again, see how he's trying to tie it into gang members? Because where is the current association with gang members? It's in Chicago, with President Trump bringing in the National Guard, and gang members have spoken out. And this guy has spoken out on it. And he protects criminals. He protects felons. This guy is a criminal himself. He's involved in a lot of thief. He's involved in a lot of issues. If those of y'all want to know what those issues are, all you got to do is go through my channel. Content's there. There's another content creator that was in here earlier by the name of Ringo TV Reactions. You can go watch his channel. Just go to people's channel, and in that little search box, type in whatever it is you want to see. So you can just put Nubreed in there. Boop. Watch all the videos pop up, and y'all can get an understanding of what's going on. There's some of you here in the chat, you know what's going on. You've heard of this guy, and you understand what it is. This is crazy. What's up? We got Yaya says, dude is mad delusional. Thanks for speaking up. We gotta stop this, man. We gotta stop. Like, this is just bad. What does gangs have to do with this? What is gang violence? And see, I want you to see how he tries to tie a situation like this. He likes to make fun. When somebody white dies, he laughs. I don't know if y'all remember the whole situation that took place at school. Do y'all remember the Carmelo Anthony situation? and it was the Austin guy, right? Okay, you remember the Austin guy? I don't know if y'all remember, and it was a situation in school, and this black guy by the name of Carmelo Anthony, he went to another person's school, went to Austin's school. Austin was sitting in the section in the stands where he's supposed to sit at during a game, and Carmelo Anthony was trying to go into the section when he was not invited, not allowed. He ended up stabbing the white guy, Austin, and killed the white boy. Nubreed made content talking about, yeah, that's what he get. He was siding with Carmelo just because he black. We got to stop this, man. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And again, if you don't believe, if you don't agree with what someone says, you don't have to support it. You don't have to watch it. But yes, thank you. Vinny Wheeler knows exactly what it is. Austin Metcalf. Thank you. I couldn't remember his last name. Austin Metcalf. Nubreed said that just because Austin was white, he deserved to die. That's anti-American. That's anti-biblical. That's anti a whole lot of things. That's demon time. That's demon speech. And this guy gets a lot of people that have this hate. He is one of the sources. Listen, I know a lot of y'all wonder, where's this hate coming from? Especially, man, listen, to all my white folks that's in the building. Listen, I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. A lot of my white folks here wondering, well, where all this hate coming from black folks, right? It's coming from that particular content creator. He literally associates with other content creators because he's a warlock. Okay, so he spreads misinformation, he does video witchcraft, and he lies to people, and he incites audiences and incites other content creators to go speak on the same negative misinformation. And then before you know, you got a whole army out there that's just pissed off at white folks, pissed off at MAGA supporters. He literally has video entrance. Let me show you this real quick. I got to show you this real quick. And this is, listen, to all my MAGA supporters, to everybody who voted for Trump, I got to show y'all this. Y'all got to understand what I'm doing here. Let's see. Let me pull up a video that I know has this intro on it. I want y'all to see this intro that he does on pretty much all of his videos and live streams. Let's see. Give me 1 second, y'all. I want y'all to understand the rhetoric and the attack, and you'll see this. You'll see a lot of attacks. Okay, so let me get this on the screen real quick for y'all. I want y'all to see this intro. This is what this guy puts up on his particular channel. Okay, let's see. Okay, there it goes. It's on the screen. All right, watch this, y'all. I want y'all to watch this and pay attention. This is cray, bro. This is cray, bro. Let's go.
This is insane! He's got Hulk Hogan in the air. The crowd is losing their minds! A royal suplex. Dirty MAGA has lost it. Someone is not happy right now. Cry! Cry a river, MAGA! Nubreed is crushing all their heroes.
One more time.
What's going on, everybody? It's your brother Nubreed. Coming through.
This is insane! He's got Hulk Hogan in the air. The crowd is losing their minds! A royal suplex. Dirty MAGA has lost it. Someone is not happy right now. Cry! Cry a river, MAGA! Nubreed is crushing all their heroes.
All right. So you have an idea of what this guy feels and believes as it relates to anybody that's a MAGA supporter, anybody that's white, etc., etc. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue what he said. Just listen, because it gets worse, y'all.
No, it's your own people. Oh, don't be mad at me. I ain't the one that clapped Charlie Kirk like that. My people wouldn't have did that. We don't go opening fire at events like that. Nah, we don't do that.
But there has been black shooters that have opened fire, okay, at events. This guy act like there hasn't been mass shooters that were black. There have been mass shooters that are black. Don't make me start pulling up the history. See, this guy's forgot about the history. There has been black mass shooters, but he want to leave that out. He want to make it seem like all the mass shooters are only white. He's stereotyping. He's being discriminatory. He's being racist towards white folks. Anybody that's white, he's being racist towards y'all. And this is the guy that has aligned himself with this Democrats, and he don't even believe in some of this stuff. And then he's sitting up there saying, well, you know, because he wants to do anything that's anti-Trump. He's against what Trump is doing. He's against all of that. And then he's inciting other viewers, inciting other content creators to do the same thing. And like I said, it turns into a whole army of people that be pissed off, that's ready to be violent. Here he is talking about the so-called shooter that took Charlie Kirk out. And this guy literally puts violence in people and incites people to want to engage in that same type of behavior. It's crazy, man.
Nah. Look at this, bro. This is crazy.
A conservative student organization, as Kirk.
Yeah, let me bring this comment up. Shout out to Summer Ocean Waves. Says we had a mass black. We had a. I think you meant to say we had a black mass shooter in Minneapolis recently. That proves my point. This proves my point. There has been, listen, I can go, listen, y'all can Google it. Y'all can look it up. There has been black mass shooters. Okay, this guy is misinformed and misinformation. The point is, if somebody is a shooter, it's a shooter. It don't matter the race. What's wrong is wrong. And again, whether you agree with Charlie Kirk or you disagree, he did not deserve to die. Come on, man. Somebody talk to me. Vinny can see it. He said this is 100% inciting violence. Like Sin No More says, Charlie Kirk was a man of faith and a family man, a father of two, and a husband, and it's a shame people can't have friendly discourse. Exactly. Agree to disagree. It does not, listen, a person does not deserve to be unalive for something like that. Okay? I get it. You don't like him. You don't rock with him. You have freedom to not like him and not rock with him. But to unalive him, it's because of content creators like Nubreed, Global Truth, that push rhetoric and misinformation, and then you get people that will attend speeches, attend public things, and be trying to take you out or catch you walking down the street and want to do something, and then next thing you know, come on, man, let's go. This is why Charlie's not with us. That same type of rhetoric.
Was explaining he's known for his outspoken views on politics, culture, and religion. Justice Department reporter Alex Mallon, what do we know? What more do we know just about the federal response to the shooting?
Yeah, we're hearing from Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. He just posted on X that the Department of Justice is actively investigating what he calls a senseless act of violence. We've also heard from Attorney General Pam Bondi, FBI Director Kash Patel saying the FBI...
Listen, let me make something clear in my chat. Listen, Fanotastic, I have addressed school shootings before. I have multiple videos on my channel about school shootings. This is not about no school shooting. I know you're upset because the president didn't address the school shooting that happened in Colorado. I understand that, but that's not what this is about. Okay, we're talking about Charlie Kirk. Let's stay on the subject. Okay? If I keep seeing you constantly spam the chat talking about the Colorado shooting, you're going to get timed out. And if not, you're just going to get blocked. As I mentioned to my viewers earlier, I will cover that story and do a video on that story. That's not what this is about. So please, let's stay on topic and not talk about the Colorado shooting and why Trump is not talking about why. Listen, stay on topic. All right? I'm just trying to say we got to stay on topic. Quit spamming the chat. You keep spamming the chat talking about why you ain't talking about this, why you ain't talking about, you got hatred for me, you acting like I'm the one who pulled the damn trigger and shot some kids when I put my life on the line in public safety to protect these kids in school. Come on now. Last time I checked, you don't work for public safety trying to protect kids in the schools and put your life on the line. So don't start with me about needing to talk about children like I don't care, like I'm not aware. I put my life on the line all the time about it. Anyway, let's get back to the content. Come on now.
ATF resources are on the ground. Obviously, Kira, this is a tinderbox moment in this country where we've heard from the FBI and DOJ.
Yo, it's real civil war going on in this country. Do y'all know what's going to happen next?
Listen, he said it's real civil war going on in this country. He's trying to incite a race war. He's been, if you watch his content, he's been trying to incite a violent race war for a long time. He wants to see a race war. He wants all you folks that's white to get pissed off at everybody who's black. Everybody who's black, he's inciting anger and rage and violence for you to get pissed off at everybody who's white so he can see a race war because he's on demon time. This guy is a warlock, a narcissistic demon warlock, hiding behind saying that he's a biblical historical Israelite, hiding behind the Bible. He misquotes scriptures all day long. I'm going to show y'all that in a minute. He's going to try to quote some scriptures and I'm going to shut him down.
I think some of you all think that I be joking about these race war stories.
You hear it?
Do you know what happens next? Listen, I'm going to tell y'all like this. The way that the MAGA movement is about to start navigating now is going to be, I mean, you think that you see military presence now, even though our people didn't do this. Watch they start ramping up the program even more. Watch they start engaging us even more. Watch they start turning the tides towards us even more. I'm telling you.
I'm going to repeat what I said. What does Charlie Kirk getting unalive have to do with a race war? Okay, we don't even know who the shooter is. We don't even know if the shooter is black. It's highly unlikely that it's a black shooter, but it could be. It's not a 100% thing we can rule out, right? What does race have to do with this? What is a civil war? Like, why this guy wants to see a war so bad? He wants to see us fight. He's constantly instigating, twisting things, saying things, taking things out of context so that he can create some type of war. And he's got a lot of people pissed off at white folks that are black, and a lot of black folks that's pissed off at white folks. What does this have to do with a race war, a civil war?
I'm telling you, a suspected white supremacist, Charlie Kirk, just got popped in the neck. He almost got his...
For the person that says, was it Alzado, says, why do I say unalive? Because of the YouTube algorithms. You can thank the YouTube algorithms. Anytime we say the D word, you know, when somebody's no longer breathing, they're gone. They left this planet. They left this earth permanently. We have to use words like unalive due to the YouTube algorithms. Okay, I can't be going around saying, you know, he's dead. I can't be repeating that. I've already said it a lot of times throughout this live stream. So we have to use words as content creators that will make our content friendly. That will allow it to be seen, allow it to not get shut down, et cetera, et cetera. So this is just how YouTube works. We have to use certain words.
His whole head knocked off his shoulders. Look how happy he was to get over there and talk about gang violence. That was his last words were gang violence.
He's known for his outspoken views on politics, culture, and religion. Justice Department reporter Alex Mallon, what do we know? What more do we know just about the federal response to...
Look at him just throwing MAGA hats out. Just throwing MAGA hats.
You hear that? So now he's insulting everyone that, again, is a MAGA supporter. He's insulting anybody that's a MAGA supporter. If you want to make America great again, you want to see a better America, a greater America, he's insulting you. He's insulting you. And you know, MAGA consists of primarily white Trump supporters. I mean, obviously, go figure. So again, if you support Trump, if you're white, hell, if you black, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever ethnicity you are. This is the guy that's inciting violence. And I don't stand for that. This is why I expose content creators like that. And I expose people. I get involved in the community. We can't stand for people like that, but they weaponize their platforms. Somehow they get a bunch of demons, they get a bunch of people viewing, and then they go around like, yeah, let's go against these MAGA supporters. It's the dumbest thing. And it's what President Trump said earlier. This is why we got the situations we got. Deuteronomy 8:18 blessing says Nubreed way off. Yeah, this guy is way off. Let's go. Watch what he says. I'm not gonna play too much more of this. I can't stand much more of this guy.
He just throwing MAGA hats out. Talking about, you know, black people and how it needs to be dealt with. And he get popped by one of his own. And y'all don't think that y'all need to get the National Guards for these mass shooters, these school shooters, and all these individuals, these real radicals? See, these people are radical.
Do you see what he did? He used that to take shots. Listen, these school shooters, you don't need to bring in the damn National Guard. The local police handles these situations. When you have a school shooting, it's generally one individual. Okay, let's say maybe it's two individuals, but generally it's one individual. Why would you need to bring the National Guard in to deal with one individual? The local police can handle that. The person who shot Charlie Kirk, why would you need to bring the National Guard when, first of all, we don't know, it would only be one suspect. I mean, you know, it could be somebody in cahoots with them, but one person who pulled the trigger. Why do you need to bring the National Guard for that? That don't make no sense. But what this guy wants to see is he wants to see the National Guard used on anybody that's white. See, I guarantee you, if somehow something happened and you saw the National Guard going around getting a bunch of white folks, oh man, this guy would be so happy. He'll be like, yes, they got what they deserve. Why? Because he hates white people. He hates anybody that's white. He think that you're evil. You know, he says bad things about white folks, and then he'll try to backpedal and deflect. No, I didn't say that about white people. Why would the National Guard need to be used for the school shootings or any of those things that he brought up? You only need the police. The police can handle it. It's one person. When we're talking about Trump sending the National Guard to these areas, these cities, we're talking about hundreds, if not thousands, of black demons in one area. We're not talking about one shooter, one person. This guy's not making any sense. Let's go.
They're talking politics. They're taking politics to the next level. A nation divided can't stand. Y'all destroying yourselves, worried about us.
You see how he's taking shots? He's saying that white people are destroying themselves, worried about the black demons in the hood. Man, this don't make no sense, man. Do y'all understand that? He tried to tell you, well, you know, y'all don't need to go send the National Guard. No, what he don't realize is that white people live in D.C. This guy act like white people don't live in D.C. This guy act like white people don't live in Chicago. Come on now. We got all types of ethnicities all over the freaking planet. This guy's trying to make it so, well, you know, they don't need to come. You don't want them to come because those are your people, the people that's on demon time. He want to protect these criminals. He want to protect these gangbangers, these young ninjas that's taking out our grandmas, our grandpas, our kids, our babies. I don't want to see nobody's kid getting shot, getting unalived. I work in the school system. I get sick of, listen, the last thing I want to hear is about a kid getting injured. I don't want to see that. I don't care if it's a white kid, a black kid, a green kid. Children are children. I don't want to hear about nobody's kids getting shot. I don't want to hear about nobody's grandma getting shot, or their girlfriend, or boyfriend, or husband, or wife, or whatever it is, man. I don't want to hear somebody's mom or dad. I don't want to hear about nobody getting unalived. I don't care. Listen, I don't care if they white, black, green, blue. I stand for everybody. This is crazy. And this guy like, well, you know, somebody white got killed, so, you know, it's fine with me. Serves them right for what they did to us because we're black. It's that same type of demon rhetoric that got all these issues going on out here. We got to stand for what's right. It ain't my fault that it's a bunch of black demons that's creating the crime. If it was a bunch of white demons that's creating the crime, Trump would have sent the National Guard on a bunch of white demons. But unfortunately, it's a bunch of black demons, and they making videos, especially in Chirac, talking about Trump can send the National Guard. We got switches, and we got this, and we got that. Trump, you don't want to come here. This ain't DC. You don't see white people making videos like that. It's a bunch of black folks. Don't get mad at me. That's who's doing it. Come on, man. This is crazy. Them demons got to go. Listen, it's them same black devil Edomites that make white people look at people like me that's actually legit and make them think twice, thinking that we on demon time, when it's them demons that's on demon time. They ain't me. Them ain't my people. I don't care if they are black. Them ain't my people. I don't rock with them. I hope Trump come through and clean up all these 50 states. Just come send the National Guard through every state here and clean up all the little demon areas. Get them out of here. Like Trump said, get them out of here. Get them out of here. They need to go. Because they're the reason why we got so much issues out. They're the reason why our taxes high. They're the reason why our insurance high. They're the reason why everything is just out of control. Because these black demon Edomites that's piled up in these cities and in these spots, something got to be done. If they don't respect the police, and it hasn't been resolved yet with the people in office and all of that, hey, we got to bring the military in. They don't want no smoke with the military. Come on, man. Let's go, man.
Now people say he not a white supremacist. I ain't say he was. I say he's a suspected white supremacist. And I'm going to play my evidence to prove that. You just sit around and wait and get the real news right now.
So how you going to play evidence to say he's a suspected white supremacist? Either you're going to play evidence to say he is a white supremacist, referring to Charlie Kirk, or he is not a white supremacist. What do you mean you're going to play evidence to say, well, he was a suspected white supremacist? This is crazy, man. And let me make something clear. When Trump sent the National Guard to DC, listen, the National Guard did not come after everybody that's black. Why are people sitting up there trying to make it seem like they actually went after every single person that's black? That's BS, and that's a lie. You got people in the comment section don't know what the hell they talking about. There was plenty of black people when the National Guard was in DC, and they weren't paying them no attention. They walking around with cameras. They walk around holding stuff, but you'll listen to demon content creators like Nubreed, and you would believe that, oh, they're going after every single black person in DC. And now they're about to get every single person that's black in Chicago. That's bullish. This is not about getting black people. This is about getting the demons. It ain't my fault that the majority of the folks that are black, they're on demon time in these areas. We got to get rid of them, and then the rest, everybody's good. The National Guard ain't coming after everybody. They said the same thing with the migrant situation in LA. The Hispanic community was talking about it. Oh, they're going to get every single Hispanic person. No, they only came after the people that they had intel on. They only came after the Hispanic immigrants or migrants that they had information. They did not literally come get every single Hispanic person in LA. But this guy is literally crazy. You know, it's a racial issue. You know, your uneducated brainwaves, they're trying to get everybody black. Okay, so show me the numbers. Show me the proof that in DC, the National Guard went after everybody black, and we can have a conversation. Show me the numbers in LA when we had the migrant situation, which is still in existence, where every single Hispanic person got picked up by ICE, got arrested, blah, 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 blah. Y'all know that's not true. Y'all know there's no proof and there's no evidence of that. Because we still got plenty of people that are Hispanic in LA walking around. They was walking around just fine, right next to ICE, right next to the National Guard. They didn't even look their way. Come on now. And the same thing took place as it relates to DC. Plenty of black folks walking while they out there handling their business with the National Guard. No issues. They ain't mess with them or nothing. And this content creator wants you to believe they're trying to get every single person that's black. They're coming after us because it's black. So stupid. We got a shout out to Megan Stafford. She says, what a degenerate. He's justifying his lack of achievement in his life is everyone else's fault but his. He sounds like a real catch. Man. Megan, baby, you went in. Yo, Megan went in. She see what's going on, man. This is crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. Megan see what it is. Megan see exactly what time it is. Y'all see it. Y'all get it. I got another person I got to shout out. Hold on. Let me catch up to the chat real quick. Shout out to Exandra for the $50 super chat. She says, blessings to me. Thank you for this live. You are welcome, sis. Thank you for your support. And I appreciate everybody double tapping the screen. And thank you for your comments, man. Y'all are going in with the comments. Come on, man. Yeah, look what Alzado said. He actually saved black lives. Talking about Trump. There was a big drop in black men getting unalived. But this demon content creator trying to make it sound like it's bad. Why? Because he's a criminal. He's a demon himself. So he wants to protect his people. That's why he's saying my people. Listen, them demons in these cities are not my people. I don't rock with them. Just because they black don't mean I rock with them. Listen, they make me feel uncomfortable. I don't like them just as much as anybody white don't like them. They're a destruction, a cancer. They are sin to our society. Anyway, listen to what this guy said. I'm going to play a little bit more because I'm just getting tired of hearing this guy talk, really. Let's go.
To the shooting.
Yeah, we're hearing from Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. He just posted on X that the Department of Justice is actively investigating what he calls a senseless act of violence. We've also heard from Attorney General Pam Bondi, FBI Director Kash Patel saying that FBI ATF resources are on the ground. Obviously, Kira, this is a tinderbox moment in this country where we've heard from the FBI and DOJ dating back to the last administration, warning that this current moment is such a sensitive moment in terms of political threats directed.
And normally I would say that this is a false flag attempt. And normally I would say that, you know, this may be fake, y'all. But no, I seen the video. And on top of that, the shooter, the gunman, they didn't kill him on a...
Let me make this clear. You got people in the chat like this guy talking about, no, this brainwave isn't highlighting anything Charlie Kirk actually said. Is this live stream about what Charlie Kirk actually said? And we did briefly touch on one or two things that he said. This stream is about what Nubreed is saying. Are you here to defend Nubreed Global Truth? Come on now. Because I'm starting to think Donald J. Plump, you're here to defend Nubreed Global Truth. This stream is about demon content creators like Nubreed Global Truth who are here and who are a cancer that's destroying our country, destroying society, protecting criminals, inciting violence, inciting rage, wants to incite a race war, wants to see a race war. That's what this is about. Not the specifics of what Charlie Kirk has said. Come on, man. Y'all be trying to get off of the topic. And listen, that particular comment where Charlie Kirk once said black women don't have the brain processing power to be taken seriously. Y'all got to understand, when he said that, and I'm not saying it's right, but when he said that, he was referring to a specific type of black woman. He's not talking about all black women. And for those of you that don't know who Nubreed Global Truth is, I'm showing you who he is. You can look at his content and see for yourself. You ain't got to take my word for it. Look at his content and see what he got to say about you. Especially if you white, if you're a MAGA supporter, et cetera, et cetera. Come on now. You can check out my content about this guy. That is the whole reason why I'm doing this live, to bring awareness on who this demon is. Let's go.
Spot. So we're going to be able to get a motive. They actually apprehended the suspect this time. So they got the shooter. I'm announcing this before the news even announced it, right? They got the shooter, and I'm telling y'all right now, that one was real.
Directed at the political system. We saw that in obviously the 2 assassination attempts directed at President Trump during the campaign season. So obviously this is going to be...
They're not targeting criminals, they're targeting the black community.
That is lies. They are not targeting the black community. They are going after the criminals in the black community, just like Trump said. This guy is trying to weaponize Charlie Kirk's death and say, well, you know, that's what he get, essentially. You know, they've been going after the black community, and you know, that's wrong, and we got to stand up. No, you demons are the ones that he's going after, because y'all on demon time. Y'all rob, y'all steal, y'all kill. You violate scripture, you violate a lot of principles, you break laws and all that. That's who he's after. Not every single person is black in the community. This is crazy. Then look at this demon talking about, I'm going to flag this channel for hate. Well, do it then. You think I give a damn? You can flag this channel all day long. It's not going to stop the work that I do. Listen, YouTube, you're just a hater because I'm sitting up here standing in support of what's right. You're going to flag this channel for hate. How is this hate? That's one of the dumbest comments I have seen in this entire chat. Go ahead and do it. It's not going to stop anything. You think YouTube is actually going to stop just because you pissed off of what I got to say? I'm not violating any YouTube terms. I'm keeping it 100. I'm staying on topic. Come on, man. Exactly. Nolan, listen, Vicky. What am I hating on? Nolan McCoon, thank you, says hate. Who is he hating on? Exactly. Listen, Vicky, you're wasting your time. Go ahead and flag the channel, and YouTube's gonna look at you like you stupid. Y'all don't understand how YouTube works. I'm entitled to speak about these things, and I've been fair and balanced. I've been standing in defense of white people. I've been standing in defense of the correct black folks, not these black folks that's on demon time. Like this content creator here named Nubreed Global Truth. He's pushing the race war. He's pushing the rhetoric. And this is crazy. You got people like Vicky that want to try to flag my channel, but yet she ain't going to go to Nubreed's channel and try to flag his channel. He's the one with the video, and the video's actually trying to incite a race war and actually pushing the hate. I'm not the one out here pushing this. This is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. It's like you speak the truth. You hate me because I speak the truth. That's what the Bible says, man. Anyway, let's go.
They're hiding under the auspice of criminality. That's why when one of our people do something, they magnify it on the media to engage us all. You can't play those games.
No. Listen, We do not own those black criminals, those black demons. That ain't my people. You're not about to sit up here and say that white people try to put black people on the news. Listen, they put anybody on the news that's ready to act stupid. And it's not my fault that a lot of black folks, a lot of us want to go act dumb. There's a lot of black people that don't stand for that don't like this. Listen, it's because of content creators like Nubreed. That's why we are at Black Fatigue, because we tired of this rhetoric. He keeps it going. He keeps all of this garbage going. Yeah, look what this person said. The fatigue is real. Rip Charlie. We're tired of this black fatigue. It's because of that content creator like Nubreed, and then he'll get other content. Ooh, Nubreed said it, so I'm going to say it too. This is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy, man. Anyway, let's go, man.
Games with me. Y'all want to make black people the face of criminality, but it wasn't a black person who tried to take out Trump.
Listen, black people want to be the face of criminality. Black people love to engage in crime. We got songs where we engage in crime. We stand for the songs. We like to play roles in movies where we engage in crime. We're in our communities talking about, yeah, man, I took this person out. I took that person out. Let me get taxed. And all you doing is over here protecting content creators that are like that and trying to weaponize Charlie Kirk's death at a time when this man is dead, when this man got violently unalive, left a wife, left kids, left a family, left the community, left the school, just stunned. You're using that opportunity because he was white and because he spoke out about issues in our black community. You ain't speaking out about issues in our black community. You're trying to protect the issues. And guess what? Nubreed don't even live in the black community. This guy is from Washington. He's from DC. He left the DC area to come down here in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. This guy left the DC area. Listen, I live in the black community. Come on now. But Nubreed, he lives in the white community here in Atlanta. He don't live in the black community. While he's all talking about, I care about black folks, I care about black folks, he's not out in the streets in Atlanta. He ain't out in the streets of DC. He ain't never came back to even visit DC since everything been going on. This is crazy, man. And this guy is acting like he care about black issues, but all he's done is bash black content creators, such as myself, who speak out on issues. All he does is incite violence, and he ain't doing it. He robs from the community. That's all he does. It's crazy, man. And my job is to expose. The Bible says to expose. Don't make me start pulling up all the 100,000 scriptures about how you're supposed to expose evil. Like Ephesians 5:11, for example. You understand? This guy is pure evil. He incites violence, and y'all need to know about it. And he's weaponizing Charlie Kirk's death and trying to bring it up as an issue to start a race war and a civil war.
And it wasn't a black person that popped Charlie Kirk in his neck.
Listen, we don't know that for sure. We don't know that for sure because the so-called suspect in the 50s or 60s, there was the white male, he was released. So we don't know who the suspect is for sure. It could be a black. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't think that the odds will say, but there's always that possibility. What if the shooter ends up being black? Oh, wouldn't that be a twist?
I can tell you right now, listen, Charlie Kirk is laid up on that table right now, cold and blue. They not telling y'all this right now, but he gone, bro. He laid up on that table blue. That bullet damn near decapitated him. They was trying to make it so we couldn't see the video. We got it. It's saved. I got it. It's in my data.
Something that they are going to meticulously investigate, leave no stone unturned. It's unclear whether a suspect is in custody or in federal custody as of this moment. We are asking those questions. Obviously, they're going to want to get any answers as to why an individual would carry out such a heinous act of violence against Charlie Kirk.
Okay, and our Aaron Katursky, chief investigative.
So there you have it. There you have it. Now they're going to do a whole remembrance on Charlie Kirk. Now we're going to go to the sources. We got the sources already. We're going to remember him for the things he...
Let me say something. Because I see somebody that says something silly in the chat. If I can get with... Okay, this person named Larry Jr. says 13% of Utah is black. Why would a black man be at a scene there? Stop it, bro. Well, you just literally said 13% of Utah is black. That means there's a 13% chance that the shooter could be black. Also, you have people that travel there. First of all, you got living like, listen, look at all these people coming. If there was black. Listen, y'all do know that there is no shooting suspect right now, right? Y'all do know that, right? The white guy that was in his 50s or 60s that we all thought it was him. Oh, they arrested somebody. They detained somebody. That guy's released. We do not have a shooter suspect at all. So you can't say and rule out for a fact and say that they're not black. They could be black. They could be white. They could be green. They could be purple. They could be yellow. We don't know anything about this particular shooter. They have no leads. They said they got a couple of people they want to stop and ask, but they don't know who did it. Do you understand? So you can't say for a fact that the shooter is not black. We could think about it. We could maybe say, I think this is my opinion, but to say for a fact that the shooter's not black, we can't do that. Ringo said, I'm able to see this comment. You said you posted 2 comments and I don't know what's going on. I can see your comment here. Listen, man, if y'all get out of pocket, man, y'all know y'all gonna end up getting timed out and blocked. My moms don't play. So I'm just saying, we don't have any confirmation. We can have our reasonable guesses. We can have our reasonable, opinions here, but we can't say it ain't no way the person ain't black. You can't say that. You don't know that. I mean, is there a high percentage of the shooter being black? I don't believe so. But it doesn't mean 100% that the shooter's not black. We don't know that. We don't know who the shooter is. Look, let me look this up, man, because people talking about. Let me see something here, because people be saying a lot of stuff. Listen, let me show y'all something. They ain't got the damn shooter, man. Y'all talking a bunch of BS. Look, watch this. Hold on. Manhunt is underway. Okay. Listen, let me show y'all something. Y'all see this? Pull some of this stuff out, man. All this stuff be popping up. Whatever, I guess so. All this stuff be popping up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me do something. Okay, listen, manhunt, okay, for after conservative activist Charlie Kirk shot dead on Utah campus. Y'all see that this was updated at 12 a.m. 12 a.m. September 11th. It's 12:25 a.m. September 11th. The shooter was released. The so-called suspect that we thought he was released. Shooter is believed to have fired once from a nearby roof in a targeted attack, according to the Utah Department of Public Safety, which is leading the investigation along with the FBI. A manhunt underway. 2 people were considered suspects, were later released. Come on now. FBI does not have the person. Nobody has the person. We don't know who the person is. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. People like, oh, they got him. They got him. No, they don't. They were released. We don't know who it is. Y'all understand? So anyway, let me get back to playing because it's starting to like go into different directions.
That's what we gonna do. And without a question, Charlie Kirk, he was with the agenda. Yeah, he was with the agenda. Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there.
And let me remind you, for everybody saying no black man did this, no black man did this, y'all do know we have had mass shooters that have been black, mass shooters that have been found on the roof. Y'all got to do your research. Oh, have we forgotten? There have been black mass shooters that were snipers that were found on rooftops, found on all types of vantage points. Oh, have we forgotten? Do your research. It's possible. We're not saying for a fact that the shooter is black. But for those of you say, man, it ain't no way. No, ain't no way. There have been black mass shooters here in America. Do your research. There have been black mass shooters that have utilized rooftops. Man, listen, man, y'all got to do your research. Y'all got to start doing a Google search. Just do a simple Google search. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm trying to tell y'all, y'all not paying attention. Y'all not listening. To say for a fact that the shooter is not black, you can't say that. Because they had 2 suspects. The FBI had 2 suspects, not just the older white guy in his 50s or 60s. They released him. They had another suspect. Both of them were released. Come on now. Come on now. Look at what Steve Roma 87 says. Yeah, so how does Nubreed seem to know so much and get out content before the news? Because he's a suspected FBI informant. Okay, Nubreed tried to accuse me and another content creator by the name of Ringo TV Reactions and another content creator by the name of Floridian Rollo for being FBI federal informants. But the fact that he brought this up and he's seen to always act like he got inside information is suspect. He may very well be one of these informants. So anyway, let's go, man.
Her excellence, just customer service. At times, you can't. Here's what's upsetting to me, Heather, is if I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? It almost creates thought patterns that are not necessarily wholesome. It creates resentment, doesn't it, Heather?
There you go. He's talking about calling black women moronic. Well, excuse us if y'all kidnapped us, and I'm talking about all of our people. If you kidnapped us and we don't give you good customer service.
Listen, this guy talking about we've been kidnapped. Listen, he mad at white people. What he actually is mad at is at the Bible. If you read the book of Deuteronomy, it said that the Most High, it said that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob will give white people the power to rule over us. So while he's having misplaced anger at white people, you actually got your misplaced anger towards God, because God was the one who gave white people the power to take us on slave ships and bring us to America and build everything. See, like I told you, he got deep hatred for anybody that's white. And you know the irony of it? This guy got a white baby mama. You would think with so much quote unquote opportunities to take shots at anybody white, anybody that's MAGA or what have you, you would think he'd have a sister. Nah, man, this man got a white baby mama. Her own confession. Her dad's a Spaniard. She said her mom is Hispanic. That means he got a white baby mama. It's just so hypocritical of these guys. Crazy.
It's like y'all want us to be servants and you want our women to be handmaidens, and you know, if the service is not good, you know, y'all want to push that in the public for one person not being happy that day.
No, he's talking about a specific class of black folks that choose to err on the wrong side, that choose to behave a certain way, choose to portray themselves a certain way. Come on, man. Like, man.
Y'all want to make us the face of the undesirables. But now his head is listen, literally, his head is hanging by a thread right now.
Shout out to Skull King for the $2 super chat. Skull King says, do you think that could happen? What do you mean in particular by, I don't know exactly what you mean. Do I think that could happen? I'm not sure. Can you type it in the chat, Skull King? Let me know what you're referring to, because I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out what you mean. Do you think that could happen? I don't want to assume or whatever. So Skull King, I'm gonna go ahead and play the video, but give me, if you can, give me an update to what specifically you're referring to by do I think that could happen.
Yeah, he already astro projected. He already done astro projected. See, while he was worried about the so-called,
why is Nubreed talking about astral projection when astral projection is a new age? See, I told you this guy's a warlock. Y'all gotta understand. This guy talking about he repped the Bible, but he's talking about astral projection. That's that new age talk. That's the new age religion. He into all that spiritual stuff. Talking about he astral projected. The guy is unalive. He ain't here no more. What does he mean, Charlie Kirk astro projected? That's some demon time stuff. Man, I can't with this guy, man. I told you this guy is a new age warlock. He talking about astral projection. That's not what the Bible says.
A moronic black woman, his own people was ready to pull up and slide. It wasn't gangs that slid. No, it was his own people that slid. So people are now reporting he is dead. Oh yeah, I knew it. There you have it, Charlie Kirk. Yeah, he projected to the astral realm. He gets to go meet his daddy, his father, the devil. That's where he's at. He's with his father, the devil. Oh, y'all don't like that. You see, his last words were gang violence. Oh, let me show you we're going to go back to this. But I'm going to play this and I'm going to show you who shot him.
Hold on a second. I think Skull King dropped a comment. Skull King says, do I think that because the firing squad is legal in Utah, it could happen? I mean, possibly. I put it like this. I would not rule that out. I would say that that's a possibility. So do I think that because the firing squad is legal in Utah, could that happen? I mean, it's possible. At this point, yeah, I would say that that's actually a particular factor here. At this point in time, it's so early in this, there's a lot of potentials. There's a lot of potential factors. We cannot rule out things. We cannot say for sure. Nobody knows for sure. Like, nobody in the chat actually knows who the shooter is, how it happened. They only going off of what's being reported. So nobody can sit up there and say, well, we know this, we know that, da-da-da-da-da. Look at this person. This person is a Nubreed supporter. Listen, you see this person right here called Servant Carlos Mercado? That person is a Nubreed supporter. That's what this guy does. Remember I told you that Nubreed will weaponize people against you or against anybody that speaks out? This is what you're seeing right here. It's one of them Nubreed supporters. Y'all understand? It's one of those Nubreed supporters. Talking about, why can't you speak that way about somebody? Let me show you what the Bible says real quick. Because a lot of people don't understand this. Let me get these scriptures on the screen. Okay? There's a lot of scriptures on the screen talking about, how could you be speaking that way about somebody? Let's start with just a few. Ephesians 5:11. Take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. John 3:20. For everyone who does wicked things hate the light. They hate when you shine the light of Christ on them. You hate when you bring their wicked things that they do to the light, when you expose them. It does not come to the light lest his work should be exposed. Those are just two scriptures. Watch this. To show what the Bible says. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Let me get this one scripture up. Give me 1 second. You got people that claim they understand the Bible, but they don't. Okay, take a look at this. Okay, I was trying to see if I could get it all on the screen larger, but y'all gonna have to just kind of look at this, okay? We're looking at chapter 5, verse 20. It says, them that sin rebuke before all. Does it say keep your mouth shut? No. Does it say keep quiet? No. Does it say don't make a video? No. Does it say not tell the church? No. Does it say just sit there? It says them that sin rebuke before all, that others may also fear, so that they don't do the same thing. They gonna think twice about doing it. Come on now. This is in the Bible. There's many scriptures. So for those who talk about how could you sit up there and do all of this? Come on, man. Y'all don't know the Bible, man. Shout out to Skull King again. For the $2 super chat, says, do you think this will cause civil war? I think there's a possibility. And why do I think there's a possibility? Because you got content creators like Nubreed, Global Truth, who want rhetoric and who will twist certain situations and things happening to try to incite a civil war. He wants to see. So when situations like this happen, content creators like him will try to incite a civil war. And that's why it's important to speak out about these things, to bring these things out into the public so that you all as viewers are aware of it. Yeah, Nolan is absolutely right. Nolan sees what I'm talking about. Nolan says, I think it's the opposite, Thomas. He is trying to speak against someone weaponizing Kirk's death to race violence. We must unite together or be separated from the Lord. Exactly. What I'm doing is speaking out against what Nubreed is doing. Because Nubreed want to see a race war. He's trying to justify race war. See, that's why Charlie did what he did. Kirk did what he did. This is what he gets. He deserves it. Da, da, da. You're going to hear all of that. We should fight back. Trump is going into the black communities, sending the National Guard. And, you know, Charlie was down with Trump. Listen, I'm down with Trump. So you got a problem with me? Why he trying to make it a racial issue? I'm black And I'm down with Trump sending the National Guard to get them black demons up out of the hood. And I'm not the only black person that's down with Trump sending the National Guard in to get these black devils or whatever demons off these streets. Let's go, man. Oh, wait, I got the wrong, hold on, y'all. I got the wrong thing up. Y'all bear with me. I got a bunch of tabs up. I got to go back and pull up the right one. I think, yeah, here it is. Let's go.
Got him. And I don't care. I don't care about Charlie Kirk getting popped.
You heard what he said. He don't even care that Charlie Kirk got popped. He doesn't even care. This guy don't give two explicatives about Charlie Kirk getting popped. Says a lot about him. He's like, oh, somebody white got popped. I don't care. This is not good. He just said he don't care. This is crazy, y'all. He said, I don't care. This is wild. So he don't care about a man dying, whether you agree with him or not. You just don't care about people getting killed. I mean, if you don't care about Charlie getting killed, why you care about these so-called black demons? And you know what's funny? With Trump sending in the National Guard in D.C., people was getting arrested and stuff like that. Even black folks weren't even getting killed. Do you see the irony of this? When Trump sent the National Guard in D.C., even the criminals was not getting killed. They might have got arrested or what have you, but they weren't getting killed. This guy only care about himself and his so-called agendas that he's trying to push. We almost there. Listen.
It hasn't been officially confirmed, but people are announcing he dead. I'm gonna announce it too, because you know I seen the shot. If he makes it through that, that's a clone. And I know Dirty MAGA, they gotta be pissed right now.
You heard what he said? He said Dirty MAGA. Dirty MAGA gotta be pissed right now. You see what he's doing? Why would Dirty MAGA be pissed? MAGA is upset right now. MAGA has a lot of questions. There's a lot of concerns right now. A lot of people want to know who the shooter is, what the motive is, why did it happen, etc., etc. We got ideas going through our minds. We all got these ideas going through our head. All of us. We got ideas. But we just don't know for sure. So why is he sitting up there trying to say, you know, Dirty MAGA's upset. They're upset. They're pissed off. And this guy speaks nothing but lies. And unfortunately, lots of people believe him. This is why I'm trying to bring it to you all so that you all can be aware and say, oh, that's that Nubreed guy. Yeah, man, don't listen to him. He's speaking lies. Let's go, man.
They have got to be pissed. Yeah, they angry. I see y'all. I ain't the one that took Charlie Kirk out. My people didn't do this.
Customer service, at times you can't. Here's what's upsetting to me, Heather, is if I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? It almost creates thought patterns that are not necessarily wholesome. It creates resentment, doesn't it, Heather? This is not a way to design society. Just customer service. At times.
So there you go. Charlie Kirk had resentment for black women.
No, Charlie Kirk was talking about black women is on demon time, not all black women. See, listen, man, you know what? I shouldn't even have to explain this. Y'all know whether you white, black. Listen, I'm black. Let me make this clear. I'm black. And I don't want to call customer service and got to deal with the sister that got a damn attitude. I'm tired if I got to pick up the phone and call the sister, oh, it's a damn black woman with an attitude. Do you understand? It got nothing to do with race. We're tired of certain people that want to conduct themselves a certain way. If she was conducting herself with excellence, this wouldn't even be no damn conversation. But like I said, y'all want to bring that up Now I want to bring it up. A lot of people be on demon time. And it's annoying when you try to make calls or you trying to buy stuff and go places and you got to deal with that attitude. What happened to customer service? That's a real thing. What happened to customer service? Yeah, Reagan is right. Why are people laughing at Charlie's death? What is funny about a man getting popped in the neck while he's out in the public speaking? Whether you agree with what he got to say or not, when you think what he's saying is wrong, is right is right. We have the freedom of speech. This is crazy. I understand some of y'all don't like Charlie Kirk and don't like what he says. Fine, don't like him. But that doesn't mean that the man needed to get popped in his neck and get unalive. This ain't funny. He left kids. He left a wife. This is the last thing we need right now. Because this is what I want to say. When a black demon for down, it's karmic justice. This is what he deserved. Okay, so when somebody black get popped, I don't want to hear ish about, oh, hey, it was wrong. Look at these demons coming in the chat. How did I justify his shit talking point? What are y'all talking about? What are you talking about? I just justify his shit talking point. What are you talking about? It's like the people that be coming in the chat, man, they don't be making no sense, man. Like seriously. I've been talking on this live stream for over 2 hours. And you just coming in now commenting for the first time? Man, y'all a joke, man. Let's go.
There you go. Resentment. No, look, somebody says, let me see, let me get this. Let me see if I can share it. You're the reason for black fatigue. All right, let me show you something. I'm glad you said that. No, you just hold right there. I'm glad you said that. Because I gotta keep pointing out the obvious here. We keep talking about this black fatigue thing, and a black person didn't take out Charlie Kirk. And he was huge to the movement. He was huge to y'all's agenda. I'm telling you, Dirty MAGA, y'all taking a lot of L's out here.
And you know what's funny? Nubreed keep talking about like the shooter is a white person, like he's so sure. But you know what? He got it wrong because nobody knows who the shooter is. We don't know if they're going to decide to actually have somebody else fall for the shot. Because the so-called 2 white suspects that we had, that's right, we had 2 of them. Both of them have been released. So how do we know that the suspect can't be another ethnicity? What would this guy say if the suspect was not white? I just want to know. I want to know what he'll say if he wasn't white. Let's go, man.
Here. Like, there he goes, Mr. Burns himself. This is who took Charlie Kirk out.
That's not who took Charlie Kirk out, because again, I showed y'all the updated article as of 12 something or whatever it was, basically a few minutes ago. Here on September the 11th. They had 2 suspects, not one. The original news article was saying the one white guy right here. I got the updated information I just showed y'all. 2 suspects, both of them released. So while we thinking, oh, it's definitely got to be a white person, I wouldn't 100% say that. I'm not saying it's not somebody white, but we can't 100% say that because the 2 suspects that we thought it was, they've been released. So y'all got to stop and think, what if the person's not white? What if they another ethnicity and they not even black? Come on now. Let's go.
This is who took him out. Y'all see that?
That's right, the main sign. That's right, the main sign.
There you go.
Yo, look at what somebody said in the chat. Hold on, let me see if I can get the comment. Shout out to Daniel Britton. Says, what do you mean took him out? It sounds like you are a part of a greater conspiracy. I'm just saying, listen, this Nubreed guy, we got to question him. We really got to question him because he's a part of something bigger. Seem like he's a part of something greater, a greater conspiracy. Like, this guy is literally trying to push a race war, and he sides with a lot of violent individuals, a lot of criminals, a lot of people that's not moving legit out here in the community. I'm just saying, this is when you do the research. If you watch his videos, you see who's on there. Y'all can check them out for yourself. I got videos about him on my channel. There's another content creator here in the chat by the name of Ringo TV Reactions. He has information and tons of videos about this guy. Y'all can check it out. There's other content creators that have information about this guy. This guy keeps company with questionable individuals.
Yep. Hold on, let me. So there you have it. What you got black fatigue for? Yeah, a black man didn't take out Charlie Kirk. See, this is the thing, right?
Listen, you can't say that. We don't know 100%. Listen, I know people talking about there's only 13% blacks. I don't care if it's 1% black. 1% black meaning there's a 1% chance that the shooter could be black. Did I say 90%? No. Did I say 95? Did I say it's 100%? No. I only talked about the low percentages, but you can't rule it out completely. It could be anybody. It could be somebody white, it could be somebody black, it could be another ethnicity. We cannot say, well, I know for a fact it's not that. No, you don't know for a fact. Because even the FBI don't even know who the shooter is. You mean to tell me you got more information than the FBI? Who are you working for? So you see what I'm saying? It's like people like not actually hearing what I'm saying. We don't know. The FBI don't know. Yeah, look what Tropic Man said. Black guy massacred the girl on the train. Listen, it could be anybody. It could be any ethnicity. I'm just trying to bring this up because Nubreed is trying to make it say like, yeah, it was somebody white. Like it was the older guy. No, this guy got it wrong. And he ain't standing corrected. He don't make a video of like, my bad, y'all. Here's the updated info. I got it wrong. No, he don't do that. He just act like he got everything right. Talking about, I already knew before it came out.
Right here. The white supremacy movement have some serious internal issues. And this is why I'm telling the people in Chicago to just stand back. Listen, God Almighty is already fighting this battle for us. God Almighty is already fighting a battle for us. We don't need you YNs and gang members out there with switches. Because
why is he trying to bring in, again, Chicago and the National Guard and the gangs as it relates to this Charlie situation?
Guess what? They're gonna destroy themselves from the inside out. Just a couple months ago, Elon Musk left the White House with a black eye. Listen. Middle America is ratchet. And they're more ghetto than you think. They're gonna destroy themselves internally.
So he's saying MAGA, everybody that's white, so-called middle-class America, they're more ratchet than we think. He's just literally just dragging everybody. And here's the irony of it, y'all. For a guy that's trying to call Charlie Kirk for having a crazy speech, this guy is speaking crazy himself. He's literally a hypocrite. He's talking just as reckless and crazy, if anything, as Charlie Kirk did. If anything. Listen, Nubreed Global Truth is speaking just as crazy, if anything, as Charlie Kirk. He's a hypocrite. He has no room to even talk about this subject like this.
We got to do nothing. All we got to do is gravitate towards our God, our Elohim. See, Charlie Kirk done so much damage to our people by his racist antics.
How could Charlie Kirk do damage to black people by his so-called, according to Nubreed, racist antics if black people was actually standing up and moving accordingly? See, the problem is certain black people want to engage in a certain lifestyle and live a certain way, regardless of who's saying what, who's doing what. They ain't trying to live right. They don't want to be right. They want to be on demon time. Whose fault is that? Come on now, take accountability. This is crazy, man.
His alleged racist antics. Yeah. Pink Leslie, thank you for the support, says Lemon character bowing his head while spreading hearts with his arms. I'm not sure what that is. That's poetic, sister, but I don't know what you mean by that. Somebody says you are disgusting for celebrating the shooting of a young father. I'm not celebrating anything.
See how he tried to backpedal, say he's not celebrating anything? But earlier he was like, yeah, MAGA, y'all dirty MAGAs, mad. I know y'all mad. I know y'all upset. You were up there earlier talking about, oh, this is, all the stuff he did, the stuff he said. You were essentially insinuating that this is what he get. You're doing, literally, you're lying. You got caught in a lie.
I'm not celebrating anything, but I bet God is. I bet God is laughing at it.
He said he think that God is actually laughing at the celebration of Charlie no longer being here. Y'all hear this? Let me show you something. Let me pull something up real quick. I need y'all to see that. Let's get this on the screen real quick. All right, let me see, make the text a little bit bigger. Oh, it is already, okay. What we're looking at right here, very quickly, we're asking a question: should the righteous celebrate the wicked's death? No, righteous people should not celebrate the death of the wicked, as religious texts and teachings emphasize compassion and God's lack of pleasure in their destruction, instead encouraging a focus on repentance and life. While some biblical passages show collective rejoicing at the downfall of oppressors, this is what this guy is trying to harp on. This is different from individual gloating. The preferred response is to reflect on God's mercy and long-suffering nature, even while acknowledging that God will judge wickedness. Okay? But this guy is actually supporting the rejoicing of somebody dying. Okay, let me show y'all something. What you got to understand is what this guy's referring to when the Bible talks about there'll be shouts of joy. Listen, God is not rejoicing in the way that we think. Okay, let me show you this real quick. When you look at Proverbs 11:10, it says, when it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices. When the wicked perishes, there are shouts of joy. Like, it's deeper than what this is. I really don't want to get into it, but this guy is just crazy, man. This guy is just, I don't know what else to say, man. Like I could break it down deeper, but I really don't want to stand too much time in trying to break that down. The point is, it's symbolic. Like the so-called God rejoicing, it's symbolic. It's not literally like Jesus, or it's not like the Most High was like, ha 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 ha, you. Like, that's stupid. Why would God do that?
Yeah, I bet God is laughing at it. I mean, you know, the scriptures do tell us in Proverbs 1:26, I will laugh at your calamity. And it says, and I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fears cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish come upon you. See, when y'all been mocking God's people, you're mocking the Most High. So I'm not celebrating. I don't care.
But you covering it. Now watch this. He talked about Proverbs. Okay, let me show you something. Let me show you something, because he tried to quote a scripture about Proverb 1:26. And this is what I was trying to say earlier. Okay, let me get this on the screen, because y'all need to understand what the Bible says, because he's quoting scriptures and you'll think, oh, he's quoting scriptures, so he's righteous, right? No, let's break down what Proverbs 1:26 actually means. What Proverbs 1:26 describes is a divine judgment where God laughs at the disaster of those who have repeatedly rejected his wisdom and guidance. Now, I know you don't agree with Kirk, but he did agree with God. He did believe in God. Okay? So for him to say that this man didn't believe in God is a whole nother conversation. It goes on to say that this phrase, often attributed to a personified wisdom, serves as a severe warning of the inevitable consequences of ignoring divine instruction, signifying that God will no longer show compassion, but rather display his justice against those who have scorned his warnings. It highlights a principle of retribution and the futility of rejecting God's wisdom, which ultimately leads to ruin and suffering. This is not literally saying that God is going to be mocking and laughing. This guy likes to take the scripture out of context so that those of you that mock and laugh Charlie Kirk being dead, you're like, oh, well, the Bible says I can do it. No, the Bible doesn't say you can do that. That's what Nubreed says. I tell you, man, this guy, man, this guy, I really, man, I don't know what to say about this guy. Y'all just need to be aware of who he is. Okay, y'all need to be aware of who this guy is. He's just pure evil, and he got it wrong. He's taking Charlie Kirk's death, and he's trying to weaponize it and capitalize on it with his audience and make it appear as if this, like, to him, this is an opportunity for him to take shots at white people, take shots at MAGA, and then defend the black demons that Trump is sending the National Guard to come get in the hoods. So, hey, with this being said, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. It's 1:04 a.m. I got to get up early, and we've had a good conversation. There's going to be updates to this story, so I'm going to provide an update stream, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to find out if they catch the shooter sometime between tonight and this morning, or, you know, tomorrow. We're going to find out a lot of details, and I will cover it. I will be on it. But now you all know, and you should know, who Nubreed Global Troop is and how he's trying to incite a race war, a civil war. He wants to incite war. He's all about war and violence. This is the guy that does not want to work anything out. He was given opportunities. He just wants to fight. He wants to fight. He wants to fight. He wants to get other people to fight. He's just all about fighting. And he's been exposed. And these are the content creators that have a bunch of followers that end up having people come crash out on you if you white, crash out on you if you a MAGA supporter. You see what I'm saying? This is crazy, amongst other things. crash out on you if you a Christian. So, hey, I did what I needed to do. Appreciate everybody that pulled up. A lot of engaging comments in the chat. I'm gonna have to go back and read a lot of this. I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep. Like I said, it's 1:05 a.m. I'll be breaking the story whenever there's some significant updates. So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all coming out. Please double tap the screen on your way out. All right. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. Shout out to all the new people that's gonna be on the platform rocking. So hey, appreciate y'all. Hope y'all have a good night. Hope y'all learn something. Y'all be blessed. And we'll just go ahead and go from there. So hey, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace and blessings.